How's it going, everybody? Well, I went out today and picked myself up a new spotting scope. I need a spotting scope for using at the range. I say this because there's a reason why I purchased the one that I did. I did not want to spend a whole bunch of money on a spotting scope. Like I say, it's primarily going to be used at the range for looking at paper whenever you're sighting in a rifle or what have you. I've had one spotting scope in the past. I never did take it whenever I went hunting. I never have been one of these guys that hikes out and I'm looking, 2 mountains over and trying to see if there's antlers on something that's, 1,000 yards away. So I just wanted something that I could take out to the range to where I shoot to be able to see my hits on a paper target. I mean, that's going to be what it's used for 95% of the time. So I didn't want to spend $200, $300, $400, $1,000 on one. When I got to looking at them and seeing the price of these things, man, it just about floored me. I was like, you got to be kidding me. These things are crazy money. So we have a Big 5 Sporting Goods here in town, and I know that they carry quite a bit of the low-end stuff. Barska, Sharper Image. They had a Tasco and a Bushnell spotting scope. Whenever I picked those up and went to try and use them, they both felt really, really horrible, cheap. The focus adjustment on one of them, it would sit there and you could be turning it, and then all of a sudden it did just freewheel, and then it'd grab, and then it'd freewheel, and it would grab and freewheel. And I was like, well, this thing's a total piece of crap. And I don't know. I mean, the jury's still out on this one here that I just got. But from what I've seen so far, I think it's going to be real decent, plenty good for what I want to use it for. And that's what this video is about. Is if you're looking and would like to have, a spotting scope to use at the range, something that you don't have to have ultra clear optics on. Like I say, for trying to pick out antlers on an animal at 800, 1,000 yards away, I think something like this could be, very well suited. I mean, the price on this is just dirt cheap. Looking at it outside today, since I had it home, whenever you focus that in, it's plenty clear. The optics are plenty clear for looking at targets at a range. This here is a 20 to 60 power, and it's got a 60 millimeter objective out here on this end. It comes in this box. It comes with a little, really crappy little tripod, but it's a tripod. You can set it on it at the range. You don't have to worry about the thing being super steady because you're setting it on the side of a hill or something. It'd be fine. Comes with this zippered little carrying case. Blah blah blah. Let me see here. What is? There it is. The model is a CO10866. Excuse me. Right there. That's the model of it. It's nothing super fancy, but I think, personally, for the money, it's going to work great. Like I say, it's a 20 to 60 by 80. Little rubber cap on this end here. That thing will pop up. This band, you can spin this thing around to wherever you want it. I don't know why you'd want it anywhere but on the bottom, but if you had a need to have it, in a different position, this thing here is adjustable for your tripod. I have a different tripod that I used with my old spotting scope that I have since sold because I never used it. So that's the tripod that I'll probably use for this. But one thing that was real important for me is I am a glasses wearer. And any of you guys out there that do not wear glasses, this probably isn't going to mean nothing to you. But like on binoculars or a spotting scope, whenever you look in here, some scopes and binoculars, whenever you look through, you totally lose your field of view. It's like you're looking down the barrel of a pen. So I'm always trying to find binoculars or a spotting scope in this case where whenever I put my eye up to this, I get a nice large field of view. And with this scope, I do. One caveat, you get the large field of view if you have it on 20 power. Okay, I can put my eye with my glasses on right up to this, look in it, and I got a nice large, field of view. As you crank up the power, it starts to shrink. Okay, so you get up to 60 power, it's like you're looking through, seeing like this, versus on 20 power, you can see like this. Okay, now I think that that's kind of the nature of the beast. There could be, and probably are, I'm sure there are, some higher end spotting scopes that doesn't happen. Now my correction on my glasses are pretty high. So I did try this at 60. I took my glasses off, put my naked eye right in there, and of course with the glasses off, your eyeball is a lot closer to that lens, so you get your larger field of view back. As you move your eye away from the lens, it starts shrinking down, shrinking down, shrinking down. You get your eye closer, it gets bigger again. So they had about 6 or 7 different spotting scopes in there. I looked through all of them, and there were some of them, even on the lowest magnification, it was still like looking down the barrel of a pen. It's just horrible. This one here is really good for that. One thing that I could do is take a real sharp X-Acto knife or something, and I could cut this right here off so that my eye lens on my glasses would be real close to this objective, and it would make it larger. Now, you would think that they would make this a little bit longer or something, or make it so that you could really fold this back. Now you can fold this back, okay, but it doesn't want to stay. And even if you do get it to stay, it ain't going to stay for very long. But if you could get that rolled back like that, see, it won't even. And see, that's just a piss poor design. Piss poor design, but I mean, what are you going to get for a $63 spotting scope? But that's what needs to happen. I tried to set this up, shooting out my front door, my back door, trying to get the camera to shoot through here so you could kind of see what was going on, and it was just, I really need to be out somewhere where I can, shoot at a much longer distance than where I'm at here in town. Because I start trying to crank that thing up, and it would just, you couldn't even tell what you was looking at because everything came in so close. But the bottom line is, the biggest reason for this video is this, the regular price on this spotting scope, $119.99. I got it for $69.99, and then I got 10% off of that. So for around $63, I got this spotting scope. I do want to say that this ring right here that you use for fine tuning the clarity is super smooth. Very smooth. Easy enough to roll. You don't have to, it's not hard. There's a couple of them that I tried. I picked it up, it had this same design, and you'd put your finger on this and try and turn it, and it was freaking hard, you're really having to reef on it to turn it. This one here is just butter smooth. Butter smooth. But I just figured that I would shoot a quick video. If you guys have any ideas, or if you've looked at spotting scopes and you're like, I don't ever use that, I don't hunt or whatever, Well, if you can get these things on sale, I mean, you can get them at a real reasonable price, and they're very handy, very useful to use. So whenever I'm able to go out and actually use this thing, I'll do a follow-up and let you know how I really think of it. But I think for the money, for something that's got a 20 to 60 power, I think it should do just fine for a range spotting scope. Would I buy this or use this scope if I was going on a big game hunt and I needed that to be ultra clear, ultra sharp, so I could try and pick out antlers on whatever? No, I wouldn't. I would be looking for something with better glass in it. But for range use, $63, I think it'd be tough to beat. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to share this with you guys. Everybody have a good MLK Day coming up tomorrow, and we will talk to you later. We'll see you.